Hello, this is a tutorial that will teach you how to use the projectors provided by Unity to create a bullet hole effect or a scorch or burn effect or something to that by using the projectors. This is the non-pro version of Unity and it is version 4.5.2 F1. So what we're going to want to do to start is just go up here into Assets and Import Package Projectors. Technically all we need are the things related to the Blob shadow projector because that's what we will be using, but it's a small import so we will just import everything for right now. So if you take a look in your projectors subfolder here, you'll see that we have Blob light projector, Blob shadow projector, and the grid projector. As I said, we'll be using the Blob shadow projector to project this material. So we're just going to want to create a quick terrain and then drag one of these projectors out here onto the terrain, and as you can see it projects a little black dot. And this dot is determined here in the textures subfolder of the projectors import. And as you can see, the shadow is just a black and white or grayscale image that this projector is projecting here. So if we want to have it project a different image, all we need to do is make one and import it and assign it to this projector. So I have imported an image that I recently used for a game, and just to give you a closer look here, again, this is a grayscale image. The white will eventually be turned into alpha, yeah, the black will be the thing that is projected. So it's very important that this is absolutely in 100% black and white grayscale. So what we need to do is we need to make sure that the import settings of this texture have some important elements from the import settings of the texture that the projector uses. So to do that, we need to set a few things up. First, we need to set this to advanced, and we need to do alpha from grayscale. We need to leave generate bitmaps on, and we need to turn on border bitmaps. We need to turn the bitmap filtering onto Kaiser, the wrap mode onto clamp, and finally the format to automatic true color. That is one of the most important things about importing this asset. The reason why is because if there's even a little bit of just like the most transparent gray, just that you can't even see with your eye on the edges of the picture of the texture that we're importing, the projector will recognize it. It'll see it and it'll project it, and it'll create some very strange things. So you just want to make sure to import it as accurately as possible so that you don't get any bleeding over and so that the projector actually works correctly. So pretty much all we need to do from here is just take this texture and assign it to this projector, and now you can see that it is projecting that image. So for this particular effect, like a bullet hole effect, I found that orthographic is probably a little bit better. It just gives you a nice flat projection, and it won't really, you know, it's just a nice flat projection that's really solid. And of course you can set, you know, different textures to these, so you can have it, you know, generate random between 4 or 5 different ones. So this far clip plane we can turn way down, I'd say to about 3, and as you can see the projection kind of disappeared, but what's actually happening is that it's just too far away. So if we drag it down, we can see it again. And this is kind of where the fall off texture here comes into play. This is generally really just telling the projection, you know, at what point do we start fading this out, kind of. So the farther away from the projection point, the, you know, more faded out it'll be, the closer the higher it'll be. And if the white is opaque and the black is transparent, so you can create your own fall off texture here or gradient based on kind of how you want this to behave. So the way that you might set this up in a game is you might, you know, have the bullet hit the wall, and you generate a projector very close to the wall based on this fall-off texture like this. And then you know, kind of you'd have a script attached to these, and over its lifetime, maybe it would stay there for a few seconds and then lerp from its position here to a position of 3, of y for 3, or whichever plane it is facing, and that will at 3, it will be completely non-projecting anymore. So what you can do is have it lerp to 3, and then it will kind of fade out instead of just, going away. And then of course you do want to destroy the projector after it's all done, because if you're shooting a machine gun around, things can get a little bit out of hand with all the projectors in the screen, or in the scene, excuse me. So yeah, this is a nice, easy way to get a pretty good looking bullet hole effect or burn effect like that in Unity using very standard assets and a very simple way. So yeah, I hope you can use this in a game, and thanks for watching.